Sometimes life is wonderful, and sometimes it's not. Cherish the good, but always be prepared for life's challenges. At Private Healthcare, we provide the peace of mind you deserve. With Private Healthcare, you'll get the coverage you want and healthcare you need. If your employer doesn't supply healthcare coverage and you don't qualify for Medicare or Medicaid, you need to give us a call right now. Private Healthcare is private health insurance for ages 65 and under with medical, dental, vision, and even prescription coverage. When life comes at you unexpectedly, you need to be ready, and health insurance is your financial safety net. Health insurance has never been so easy and affordable. If you're looking for health coverage at the best price and your annual household income is $35,000 or more, give us a call at 800-733-6860. 800-733-6860.
Welcome to the Turnpike Sports Spotlight. Dave Weishottle with you. One of the amazing things about the sports betting and gaming business is not only the growth of the industry itself, but the development of technology that is being utilized by the operators. A global leader in the gaming industry is Meridianbet, who were just acquired recently by Golden Matrix Group. We're going to hear all about Meridianbet and some of the advancements and technology that is driving the industry, because on the line we have the CEO of Meridianbet, Zoran Milosevic. Zoran, thank you for coming on the show.
David, thank you for hosting this show, and I'm really super happy to be here and to speak more about Meridianbet and the industry in general. Thank you so much.
I am so happy you're here because, look, everyone in the gaming industry knows that Meridianbet is one of the world leaders in the sports betting and gaming industry. As I said, it was recently acquired by Golden Matrix Group, and Meridianbet is present in several different countries around the world. It's so many. I think it's like over 18 countries around the world. But for people who are listening, who do not work in the gaming industry, tell us something about Meridianbet.
Thank you. And so let's, in short, Meridian is a 24 years old company.
Yeah.
It started in Southeast Europe, in Belgrade, in Serbia, and over the years we expanded into multiple jurisdictions. And currently, as you said, we are operating in approximately 17 different jurisdictions worldwide. Meridian started as a sports betting company. And that is still the core of our business, and that is where the most revenues comes from still. But over the year, we also got into casino area. So we operate both sports betting and casino, both online and retail. And the revenue split between them is approximately 55% of the revenues comes from sports betting, 45% from casino, and approximately 80% from online, 20% from retail. Meridian employs about 1,200 people worldwide.
Wow.
And out of them, 120 are developers. So basically, we are also technology company. So beside it, we are operating in a gambling business. We are also technology company. So everything what you see and what we deliver is actually made by us. So it's 25 years of constant coding and producing new software. So from sports betting side, online casino side, including casino games. So we have our own portfolio of 60 casino games that we developed. So we also compete in that area. Yeah, so basically every single segment is covered and everything is coded by us. And just as you know, very few companies actually in gaming business do their own technology. So by my calculation, it's less than 5%. And we think this is like a big advantage. So we control the technology and we are just able to move faster than our competitors in that terms. So it's quite difficult and quite expensive, obviously. But still we see this as a main advantage to be able to go forward.
You know, that's what I read, and I think that is so special in this business is that Meridianbet, the technology is yours. I mean, you're just like one in, as you said, 5% of gaming companies around the world that owns its own technology. Tell us about that particular technology and how it has made Meridianbet so successful in the sports betting and gaming industry.
Thanks for the question, and it comes from basically day one's and our model of operation. Meridian also has both models of operation. We have B2B and B2C model,
Hmm.
and in the early days of Meridian, we were actually B2B company. So we were like making the software and licensing to other operators, but over the time we turned the company more into B2C. So currently it's 80% B2C and 20% B2B, because B2B changed over the time. It has its ups and downs, but we were all the time in that area. So being
Hmm.
in B2B area, you are actually, if you are in gambling, you come to the point that you are actually a technology provider, because this is the main thing what we deliver. And Meridian is quite different in that segment. Also in B2B segment is that we are actually delivering franchise as franchise should be. So that means that we are giving away part of our business
Hmm.
system to someone else, comparing to our competitors that all of them are actually licensing software. So we are giving part of the business system. We want companies to operate like Meridian in every single segment, plus software. And that is how we made all our B2B businesses successful. And basically from that point we have constant of 25 years of software development. And currently we just released our fifth generation of
Wow.
our software. Yeah, and that took us a long time. We started to code it in back in 2018, because we saw that we need to replace our legacy software with a new one. And good thing what we did in the beginning is that we wanted and we made our software to be AI ready. So it was made in 2000, from 2018 19, foreseeing that AI will be something what will be very important in
Hmm.
years to come. And our intention is just to have a rapid functionality development. So rate of innovation, rate, speed of development when it comes to Meridian is just faster than all other competitors. If you want to deploy a new AI functionality, we can do it faster than our competitors, and that's it. And we proved that this year. So, just in 2024 we deployed like four new AI functionalities
Wow.
just in 2024. And in that year, last year actually, we were busy with the rollout in parallel. So
Hmm.
we were in parallel rolling out a new software to all the jurisdictions we operate. And on the second layer, we were deploying new AI functionalities. And this year, we are actually now about to finish the rollout of the new software. We have maybe, I think, three jurisdictions more left, which are small ones. And from March 2025, the rollout will be finished completely. And basically, the 100% of the development teams, their actually time will be dedicated just to deploy more new AI functionalities. So that is the big difference which we are making on the market. And as I know that there is like maybe one or two companies
Hmm.
that made something similar to us.
We do another show called The Book Report, where we report on different sports books and some of the business deals they do and their financial reports. And I was just remarking how incredibly well the sports betting and gaming industry is doing. It seems like the books are breaking handle records and gaming revenue is up online and things like that. It's been an incredible couple of years here in the United States for sports betting and the gaming industry. And certainly that's the same way for Meridianbet. Meridianbet, like you said, has been in existence for 25 years. Can you describe the growth of the sports betting and gaming industry, and in particular Meridianbet, over these last couple of years, because it has been amazing to watch?
Yes, as you see, just our numbers. Basically,
Mm-hmm.
every there is not a single year except COVID year, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Even that year, we
Yeah.
had growth, and basically, not a single year we had less than double-digit growth, and on average is approximately 20%. And as you said, we are very excited about next 25 years in the sports betting industry dominantly, only because of this recent, let's say recent events that happen, especially opening of U.S. market. That's the most significant event in sports betting industry ever,
Yeah.
and it made huge impact on the rest of the world, which is basically following what's happening in U.S. And you immediately saw this reflection of that into Latin America, and now some parts of Asia considering to open the market and so on. So just think about it. If you are in sports betting industry, and if you look at it from Europe, it doesn't really look optimistic. But only the reason to that is that European regulations are much older than
Yeah.
all others. You have a first gambling law in UK was enacted in 50s, so they have regulation that is 80 years old. And in general, Europe is regulated for over 20, 25 years at some jurisdictions. So that came to the point that basically you don't have anywhere to go. Though it is very well entrenched interests in most of the markets, big companies operating and so on. But Europe is just 5-6% of the total world population. So
Yep.
can you imagine what you saw the numbers which you see in the US? These numbers are happening in will happen in Brazil, are happening in Peru, Colombia, on other markets, and just imagine Asia, which will be regulated in 3 to 4 or 5 years from now. And we saw this trend everywhere. So once one big country starts to regulate, all other neighboring countries start to do the same. That happened when I joined this business. Basically, there were few countries in Europe just have been regulated. Now every single one of them after like 10 years of operations. So that will happen. That is making us very optimistic about sports betting. So the best days of sports betting are yet to come, because the biggest markets are actually yet to be open. And what we experienced in Europe last 25 years dominantly, it's nothing comparing. So it's multiple 10 what will happen in next 20, 25 years. And that is why Meridian is gearing up, and core of our business and whatever we do is actually software. So investments in software are the biggest investments we have, and we are very bullish on whatever we do. We want to be the best. And that is the reason why we are investing and looking very, very positive and optimistic about next, as I said, 25 years minimum.
Well, you mentioned artificial intelligence, and when we're talking about technology, I don't think you can talk about that subject without talking about artificial intelligence. It seems like AI has been the real focus for the sports betting industry when you're talking about emerging technology. When it comes to AI, how does Meridianbet utilize artificial intelligence in this industry? Because you guys are doing amazing things with it.
Yes, we are very bullish on that. And as I said, the good thing is that we started to make our software, our infrastructure to be AI ready a few years ago. So now we are free and fast to deploy whatever we want. But in general, we use AI tools on the several fronts, on actually three. First are recommender systems. And recommender systems, we have deployed two recommender system in sports betting side and one in casino side. So on the casino side, a recommender system is recommending the best casino game for you based on your previous experience and history of gambling. There are two recommender system in sports betting. So one recommender system can recommend you the whole bet. So if you are betting multiple matches, he can recommend, for example, your average is betting on 5 matches in a row. We call it accumulators. He can recommend you the whole bet. So several bets with 5 matches as an accumulator. That is one method. Second method is just recommend you match by match. So not the whole bet, just match by match. So you can select from the matches your potential bet which you want to place the money on. Also, so this is a front of recommendation system, and these systems are of course learning daily and improving their score day by day. Second front are bet boost systems. So we deployed our bet booster, and we call it early payout. So that means that there are some possibilities that customers can pay out bet earlier than it should. So, for example, if your team is winning the match and there are a few minutes left, instead of waiting for these few minutes, we can deduct certain amount of money from the bet and you can pay it out immediately.
Wow.
That's like and these systems are getting better and better. So basically, we are offering possibility to the customers to pay out anytime they want. It's like small stock exchange, you know. So you're watching your Yahoo Finance all the time, and actually, when you press the button, you can sell or buy the share stocks. So that is the system which we are making with this early payout through for the betting segment.
Yeah, I'm
So we
glad.
want.
Yeah, I'm glad you brought that up because as a gaming attorney, I'm always talking with sports betting operators who really want to talk about their AI products and their customization. They certainly, as you said, they want to give their customers options based on their specific past betting operators. Where do you see AI advancing with regard to sports betting and the gaming industry? Because a couple of years ago, I didn't even know this technology was around. A lot of people didn't know this technology would advance to this point. How much further can AI technology advance in the sports betting and gaming industry? Where do you see this going?
Yeah, this is basically going into the same direction like
Mm-hmm.
all others. If you compare what's happening with Booking.com, Expedia, all these sites which are selling services and so on, same functionalities more or less you can find in betting industry more or less in almost immediately. So basically, in terms of recommendation system, in terms of assistance, so we launched also assistance. So basically, customer support is much more simplified, so you can use your natural language in order to solve your problem. And the third manner is pricing.
Mm-hmm.
It's about pricing. So that is what I explain about the when it comes to this early payout. So through sophisticated mathematical methods, you can actually give the price for any given second that you can place a bet or pay out the bet. It doesn't matter, you know. So we want this to be as more interactive as possible. But regarding to your question, this is going into direction of total personalization. So
Wow.
so
Okay.
basically what's happening now is that when you get into app or a site, uh, every single customer in the beginning is looking at the same set of the offer. So offer looks the same once you get to the site, more or less to everyone. But once you start to do something about this through the site and start to navigate, actually it changes according to your preferences. So and that is what has been made by these multiple functionalities which we are deploying day by day. But what is the ultimate goal? So where we are heading, all of us, is actually once you log in, you will have completely different offer than a second customer, third customer, fourth customer, and so on. So total personalization is the actually way where everybody's heading, and I think we are like 3 years away from that point. That even if we log to the Meridianbet app, you and me simultaneously,
Mm-hmm.
instantly we will see completely different offer
Wow.
that will be fully customized for casino, for betting, for payment options, for your next action which you want to do. So this is I think the trend where this is heading. Actually, not different than all other industries, but this is going to the way of total personalization.
Talking with operators, I've noticed the one thing they all find challenging is innovating new technology and creating new products, but also adhering to the rules and regulations of a particular jurisdiction. Every jurisdiction has different rules and regulations that an operator has to follow. As a CEO of Meridianbet, do you find that it is challenging to innovate, but also stay within the rules and regulations that, can be very different from jurisdiction to jurisdiction?
Yes, this is actually the most difficult thing, the
Mm-hmm.
difficult part, and that is one of the reasons, actually main reason why we developed a new software is that we couldn't not fight, we couldn't adopt every single regulatory requirement with the old software. So old software was a legacy software where regulations would not have been so strict, and we were delivering our services worldwide by the method one size fits all. So whatever we developed and deployed in one jurisdiction was completely compatible for another, second, third, fourth jurisdiction, and that was the only question of what kind of offer do we give to the customer. Someone soccer is dominant, in other countries is basketball and so on.
Mm-hmm.
But in terms of everything rest, everything was one size fits all. But then since 2015, 16, 17, 10 years ago, we have increased regulatory pressure, and it's happening on the level of infrastructure. So regulators want to connect to our software on some fundamental levels. So to monitor all the processes in the software, which is fine. But problem is every single jurisdiction has a different requirements,
Yeah.
and you come to the point after like 5, 6 integrations, 7, and every single one is different. That you actually below the surface, your software became Frankenstein over the night. Because you made one adjustments for another jurisdiction, second, third, and so on. So that was a problem, and I saw many companies operating like us internationally after like 10 integrations. You don't know what to do anymore because your software is not your software. It's like completely,
Yeah.
and it's out of control. And regulators don't have any internationally recognized protocol, for example, which would be the solution in this case, so that every jurisdiction gets same protocol through which we can integrate with them, and that means that we don't change our software because they have unified protocol, like you have, for example, slot industry. Slot industry has SAS protocol, through which you can connect any machine. Any type of machine, any slot machine, any type of manufacturer with any government request, because protocol is the same, and on the software level you don't need to change much in order to integrate machines between themselves into one jackpot or into some government software for controlling and monitoring what's happening on our side. But in betting industry it doesn't exist, so basically we are fighting with all this kind of opposite requests, not to say any stronger word than that. And
Well said. That's
and then you
a
come
nice
to
way
the
to put
point
it.
you're like, yeah. So what we did is that you have two options when you come to that point. One option is that for every single jurisdiction you buy some local software which is already integrated into their government system, which many companies do. Some of the big ones do, but I found it very confusing because on the other end, it will basically slow down your back office processes. You will not have integrated reporting, integrated trading. Everything will be more difficult in the back office, and I saw it as a lack of software skills. So if you cannot do it, then you go to the solution, which is actually short term, and in the long run you're doomed if you continue like that. So what we decided actually, number one reason for making a new software was actually to be able to accommodate to every single jurisdictions. And we said to ourselves, okay, let's be Coca-Cola of betting. So let's assume that we will eventually, in like 20 years from now, we will operate in like 200 jurisdictions, to every single jurisdiction in the world, ideally. And let's have a software that can actually do it. So let's start from the day one, because the last software, previous software which we had, there was no government integration plan with that software because it was not existing at that time. So we started to code this software 2008, last one, previous one actually, and there was no such thing as a government integration. And you do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I said you have Frankenstein. It's out of control. You cannot. And that's actually one of the primary reasons how we solve this problem. So there is completely different modules. So we analyzed every single case up to that, what kind of integration we had in, I don't know, at that time in Germany, in Asia and Africa, whatever we have been operating in the past. We analyzed all the different cases and we said, okay, these are like 12 different templates. And let's have a model that we call like government integrations that will be dealt by a completely separate developer team, and they will do only that, and that will have no impact on regular development. So if we are developing some functionality, that will not be stopped, and it will be in parallel cycle with government integrations that are happening along the way. So previous software was serial coding. This software is parallel coding when it comes to government integration. So any request we get from any government, it actually cannot slow down anything. So that was the goal, which we finally achieved. So basically now we are free to integrate in as much as governments there are, in many requests we can fulfill any request, but it doesn't have any impact. So only constraint is hardware and money, nothing else, but not software.
One thing that I've noticed about the AI technology, it has really been attracting not only bigger audience to the sports betting industry, but also a younger audience to the gaming world. As a CEO of Meridianbet, have you seen that as well? As technology advances, does the audience attraction to the gaming industry increase?
Absolutely. So this is like 100% trend. Of course, we are trying to register younger and younger generations, and younger generations which come to sports betting. They actually came from gaming. They came from playing Fortnite and all other games, GTA and so on. And gaming industry has AI functionalities much more before us. So so whoever plays Fortnite on any other games, they know that they have AI bots 4 or 5 years ago. So kids are used on dealing with AI functionalities. Their preferred messaging is Snap. Snap is all over with some AI functionalities all the time. And once these kids, persons turn 18 in Europe or 21 in US, when they are legally can bet, they come with the AI mindset already on our platform. So if they don't find something similar with us, they go away. And that is actually something what we have to be
Okay.
very aware, and that is the reason of this. For example, huge growth of casino. The biggest growth in our industry is growth in casino. On casino side, only because of younger generations. Younger generations basically don't want, for them, they want to wait 2, 3, 4 hours to see the finals of some match, football, soccer, whatever. They find it too long. They want to see the outcome fast. They want to see huge winnings, and that is the reason why they are actually dedicating their money to casino. What is our experience up to 23 years old? Uh, 80% of the money goes to the casino, 20% of money goes to the sports betting. So this is a trend. And as I said, they come with AI mindset only because gaming industry actually has more functionalities than us and prepare them for that world.
So, do you think consumers will see more of this gaming functionality in the gambling world, and you think operators will be incorporating this technology into future products they release? Is that the future that we're going to see
Yes,
pretty soon?
yes, yes. This is already happening. And if you check, especially new casino providers,
Hmm.
uh, especially Asians ones, they have very, very good solutions. You will see gaming functionalities built into slots. So slots have a lot of, let's say, from the basic things, like a lot of much better animation, much better sound. There is a story behind. Then you can transfer and see other functions. They have built-in stores, stores inside where you can buy some merch or buy some certain points. So these points reflect to some jackpots. So that's like comprehensive mathematics inside, where there are many layers that are absolutely all copied from gaming industry. And as I said, just to accommodate new and younger generations which are coming and which are becoming which are increasingly becoming we have them more and more all the time. So this is definitely the trend. It's already happening, uh, but now you can see it, as I say, on those new small casino providers. They actually implement them much faster than other bigger companies.
Over the years, as CEO of Meridianbet, have you seen an increased demand in the more sophisticated or exotic bets? I know over the last couple of years, parlays and same game parlays have become very popular, and prop bets have really seen an increase. Over the years, have you seen a demand from the customers for these types of bets, and do you think we're going to see more exotic type of bets that are being offered to customers?
Yes, absolutely. Completely right. And basically, whatever we started back days as something new, exotic, and so on, it took time. It took like 4 to 5 years, and it became mainstream eventually. Actually, when you think about it, the first sports betting bet in Europe, betting on football was made in 1984. And I remember I was speaking with some bookmakers in UK. For them, it was a revolution because it was just betting on horses before, and it took them like 2 years just to figure it out how to make sports betting profitable. And it was like niche betting. It was marginal betting. Only younger generations were placing these bets. But over the years, look what happened. After 20 years, basically sports betting became mainstream, and horse racing is dying slowly. Within sports betting, we started with live betting 2005 6, and it took us, I think, 10 years until that became mainstream. Today, within sports betting, 60% of our revenues is live betting, for example. And as I said, it took us 10 years, and this is happening also, just expanding further with, as you know, the new trends. They call it micro markets, where you can
Sure.
have all crazy stuff which you can imagine, and that trend is like expanding. uh, we see that as a very powerful marketing tool. For example, we have functionalities called empty bet. So empty bet means you can bet whatever you want. So or
Wow.
free bet. So you just think of something. My son that is 2 years old will play in NBA in like 15 years from now, and we can even give you a price for that. There are a set of rules how to
Wow.
place this bet. Yeah. This is with Meridian for over 15 years, and this is great marketing tool.
Hmm.
Even that you will not have many fathers go betting on their sons to
Yeah.
to become basketball, to play in NBA, but
Hmm.
still that single bet
Yeah.
has big promotional impact. We promote this bet, and we have huge marketing result as that follows through some free press
Hmm.
about what kind of crazy bets you can place with Meridian. So we find it as an excellent marketing tool in the beginning, but as I said, it takes 5 to 10 years for something that is marginal betting, niche betting, to become mainstream,
Hmm.
and this is definitely happening.
Yeah, a big issue in the gaming industry, and I know it's very important to Meridianbet, is responsible gaming. And over the years, we've seen more and more emphasis on responsible gambling programs to mitigate the risks of gambling addiction. What do you see in the future with regard to responsible gambling issues, and do you think it will be a continued emphasis in the gaming industry?
Yes, definitely, and completely, gaming industry needs to take this situation seriously. And Meridian in Europe, we are part of the association, which is actually very pro in terms of tackling the problem. So we were not the company that is trying to spin the problem, to run away from the problem, to misrepresent the problem. No, the problem exists, and we want to be on forefront of resolving the problem. We don't want anyone to have, so we want zero people to have any kind of negative impact when it comes to gambling. That's the most important thing, and we are not running away from that problem. 15 years ago, we started collaboration with in Europe with almost all licensed, wherever we operate, of course, and that is the mandatory of every our company. We are collaborating closely with the licensed hospital for treating gambling addiction, and every country has at least one or two these kind of facilities, and our association are constantly communicating with them, seeing what the problems are, where they come from, do they come from illegal market, legal market, which companies, what is a negative pattern of behavior, and how to improve. And this is a constant thing. It's not something what we do one off, it's something what we do daily. And we are very proud that in countries where we operate, for example, in Serbia, that is our home country, that is the country where we have the least number of gambling addicts per citizen. Serbia has like 6.5 million people, and there is 1,034 people have registered as a gambling addicts, which is the lowest number in Europe by far. And this is a result, as I said, of continuous work with the licensed hospitals, where we actually improve our product, improve our customer relations, improve the inside knowledge, how to tackle the problem. And we have currently action that is called "one is too much." So we don't want one single person to have any kind of negative side effect from gambling, that he spends more than he earns, or somebody. We don't want anyone to suffer because he's betting. We think that betting is just fun. If you're watching your home team, you want to have your popcorns, you want to have your beer with you, and you want to have your bet. and that's it. And you just enjoy more if you have beer, if you have popcorn, if you have bet. We are just serving the bet, and that's it. And you should bet once a week, 2 times a week, with some small amount of money, which nobody will suffer from. And this is big issue for us. And we are, as I said, tackling the problem, collaborating closely, even initiating regulations. So we had a serious situation in Europe, in several countries, where our internal regulation have been more advanced than the government program when it comes to gambling addiction. So we were pushing the government to regulate it more in order just to minimize the negative effect from gambling, which I said they exist. They are minimum comparing to others, but we are not spinning the story, misrepresenting anything. We just want to tackle the problem and to deal with it properly.
One of the things that is fascinating to me about the gaming industry is it is constantly changing and evolving. I mean, just on January 1st, Brazil launched their mobile gaming industry, which is amazing. It's an amazing market. I can't wait to watch what happens with it. Talk to me about the emerging markets in Asia and South America, and what does Meridianbet have planned for those emerging markets that we're seeing right now?
Yeah. So what's happening is that, as I said, as impact of regulations in US, we have a lot of markets opening. What is happening right now? The biggest news in the industry, obviously, is Brazil because of the size of the market, 220 people, 220 million people, and geographically, the country is a size bigger than European Union in total. Of course, growing economy. And Meridian is one of the 15 companies that got a permanent license, and there'll be like 40 companies more that got provisional license. So in total, we are looking about 50 to 60 companies, which is, as I said, for the size of the market, as of 220 million people, this is really nothing. And the good thing is that in Brazil, comparing to US, has a federal license available, and we applied for the federal license. So one license actually gives you access to the whole of Brazil. So you don't have any you don't have that situation in US. In US, for every state, you need to apply for a different license. If you want to operate the whole of US, you need 50 licenses theoretically at some point. But Brazil is one license, which makes things much easier. When it comes to new markets, also we got a license recently, a few weeks ago, in Peru. That is the market where we operate for over 10 years, and finally they got proper regulations now, and we got the license. We are also licensed in Mexico, and we worked there for several years. And from what I saw as announcement, Paraguay is about to open, and there are a few countries more that will open. So we're carefully looking at what's happening, and our plan is to expand. Yes, also there was a news published that we also got into licensing process in Ontario in Canada. This is so wherever is possible, basically we're there.
So what about the United States? Does Meridianbet have any plans for the new year regarding the United States? I mean, we talked off air, and I'm sitting here in New Jersey, and I kind of got excited because rumor has it you're talking to Jersey, so I want to hear a little bit of that. But for the coming year, does Meridianbet have anything planned for the United States and for North America?
Yes, absolutely. This is our main focus, and basically we started 23rd of December. We finally started business in US. We are actually supplying one sweepstakes casino with our casino games, and this is the main plan for 2025. Basically, on the level of third-party suppliers for our casino games, we are busy selling it to US operators. So there'll be many positive news so coming, and also as you said, we are for years basically speaking with the New Jersey Gaming Commission, and I think in H1 2025, now in 2-3 months, this should be finished, because we applied for a vendor license for our casino games.
Okay.
So our complete strategy for US is B2B. So whether it's online casino games, which we are very happy with current sales, or on a sports betting side also, because we think that the technology we have on sports betting side is the best one, and the operators can get much better product on cost-efficient price with us. So this is what we presented on Las Vegas G2E last gaming exhibition, and that is what we will continue to sell. So when it comes to US, B2B.
Zoran, we're running out of time, but if people want to learn more about Meridianbet, do you have a website they can go to? And if you have any social media addresses you want to give out, please do so people can follow what's happening with Meridianbet.
Yes, they can go to all our social media, goldenmatrix.com actually. That's the best site to go to, and there are all links to our social media as well and so on. So that's the best starting point from that.
Zoran Milosevic, CEO of Meridianbet, thank you so much for coming on and telling us all about Meridianbet. I think it's one of the world's leaders in the gaming industry and has been doing such great things in this industry for so long. Please come back on and keep us up to date with Meridianbet, because I think this year we're going to hear a lot about Meridianbet. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you so much for hosting this great event. Thank you so much.
That'll do it for us this week. We'll see you next time on The Turnpike.